Hi, everybody. A quick note before we get started today. Our regular listeners already know that Spanish Sundown was a finalist in the UK International Audio Drama Festival. That means that the show is also a candidate for the Audience Award. So, if you're enjoying the show, can I ask you to take a moment to vote? Winning an award like this would be a huge step toward making the show more sustainable in the future. And plus, it would just be really cool to win. You can find a link in the show notes. Okay, on with the show. Beneath Spain's wrought iron balconies and cobblestone streets lie voices. They are trapped in objects from the past. When touched, when the sun goes down, they tell their story. Be advised that this is a horror podcast with very adult themes. If someone hurt a person you loved, how long would you be willing to wait to make them pay? In today's story, guest actress Khephra C introduces us to Helena. Helena is a nurse at a lonely hospital. A large white rectangular structure far up in the mountains, only accessible by a winding country road through the pines. Helena has been there for such a long time, waiting. When a new patient named Alfredo arrives in the most unconventional way, he notices the golden brooch with red rubies pinned to her blouse. He wants it. This brooch brings them both back to Granada in 1936, where they meet the poet Federico García Lorca, just as civil war breaks out in Spain. It turns out that Helena and Alfredo go way back. Way, way back. And Alfredo might want her brooch, but Helena wants her revenge even more. Yo soy Sam. Bienvenido a Spanish Sundown.
Sanatorium in Guadarrama Mountains, 1986. The best thing about this place is that it's so unremarkable. It's down a desolate stretch of highway, tucked away off the side of a road that people only take to get somewhere else. That's why when it came to building the new hospital, this location was ideal. Patients need two things to heal: fresh air and space. And Guadarrama has that in spades. It's surrounded by trees and winding roads that only exist to take you deeper into the forest, which is perfect for us. That's the reason our patients come here, to get lost. They know that in here, there's all the time in the world to rest, stroll across the grounds, take in the tranquil surroundings, and get better. Or not. That's an option too. The forest around us is dark. Black pines with unkempt vines. No one takes care of it anymore. Work around here is scarce. So life moved on, and the town moved with it. There's barely anything left here but a few houses and a restaurant that's seen much better days. Even though there's always smoke coming from the chimney. Looks like someone's going there, at least. Can't imagine why. No one comes around here unless they mean to. Unless they need to. And that doesn't happen often anymore. But sometimes, things work out just as they should. It's quiet tonight. I say this like it's strange, but the truth is, that's nothing unusual around here. It's always quiet around here, unless you count the lonely trucker traffic, and even that dies down after dark. I like silence when I can get it. It's comforting, and unlike some, I don't mind being alone with my thoughts, most of the time. But there's something different about tonight. I can't put my finger on it, but it's unsettling. In the best way possible. Plus, there's a chill in the air that's making the patients a bit restless.
Nurse, I need a blanket. Nurse, please. It's freezing. And if nurse, my medicine, is dinner coming soon? Can we get something hot tonight, like some soup?
Sick people get cold easily, and we don't exactly have the best heating system. I pace a bit, playing with the brooch under my sweater while I decide what to do next. It's my favorite brooch. I got it from a dear friend years ago, and I never let it out of my sight. That seems like forever ago, in another life. It's golden with red rubies. Just feeling its weight comforts me. Helps me stay focused when I'm getting restless. Clears the mind, you know? When you work in a sanatorium, people get spooked easily at every little thing. We don't have many patients, so it's easy to handle them on my own. I ended up on the night shift, permanently. I'm always alone, but I don't mind. Good thing for me, I'm not the jumpy type. It takes a lot more than banging doors or moaning to shake me. To be fair, it's not the hardest job. Not everyone comes here to get better, after all. I don't mean that in a bad way. No, quite the opposite. I do everything in my power to make sure every patient gets the care they deserve. I'm just finishing up with the first floor patients when I hear something outside. Wait, what's happening? What's that noise? It's coming from outside. I run down the long corridor towards the front desk, throwing the papers and charts down and grabbing my keys to the gate. From the entrance, I can just make out the twisted remains of a large car lying on its side beyond the gate. Looks like it ran off the road and hit the guardrail next to the hospital. As I get closer to the gate, I hear it. Knocking? Pounding? Whatever it is, it's against our front metal gate. It's faint, but frantic, desperate. And at the same time, I think I hear moaning. Oh God, it's scratching. Someone is scratching at the front gate. I unlock the gate, throw it open, and a man lands at my feet. Immediately, he starts grabbing at my legs, clutching them.
Help me, please.
He's elderly, but in good shape. Or he was, that is. He's not doing so well right now. That accident left him pretty battered, and he's definitely lost some blood. It's a miracle he made it out alive. He's pointing at the car, trying to speak.
Are they?
The poor thing, he must have crawled here from the wreckage. I dropped to my knees to hear him better. Can you hear me, sir? Let's see if I can get you inside. I can't carry you, it's too far. Can you walk at all? Can you try? He doesn't say anything at first, then slowly nods, trying to stand. I put one of his arms over my shoulder and try to help him up, grabbing his waist to keep him upright. I know that hurts, sir. I'm so sorry. Just stay with me. We'll go slowly. It's okay. At first, I was afraid I'd have to drag him inside. But once he's standing, if you can call it that, I can see that he's taller than I am. Taller, but not heavier. That's good. I can support him long enough to get inside and examine him. Hold on to me, sir. Grab my waist. Okay, good. Take one step. Now another. Good. Let's take another step. I've got you. You're doing great. You can do it. We're almost there. The walk across the yard is a slow one. A young nurse practically carrying an old man takes a while. But there's something else bothering me. The brooch. It's on my blouse, tucked inside my jacket as always. But with the man's weight pressing against me, I can feel it rubbing on my skin. It feels hot, and it almost burns. Oh. What is that? God. For a second, a wave of fury rushes over me. I stand up straight with strength I didn't know I had. And for a split second, I almost drop him. Almost. And for some reason, that deeply pleases me. I can feel my lips curl into a smile. Girl, what is wrong with you? Get it together. Go! I pull him in closer, ignoring the brooch's heat against my skin. It's really bugging me. And I can feel us slowing down. The poor man's lost what little strength he had left, so I'm doing the heavy lifting now. Somehow, I managed to drag him through the front door. The examination room is right next to the reception desk, so I can get him on the table right away. He's looking around frantically, eyes darting back and forth to see what's happening, but I can see that he's fighting to keep them open. I check his pulse first. It's racing, not a surprise there. I grab my stethoscope to get a better listen. Yep, the heart's beating fast, but strong. Steady. We're good there. I look up and see the blood still streaming from his face. There's definitely an injury. Probably hit his head on the steering wheel. I'll have to clean it and see where the bleeding is coming from. Stay calm, sir. I need to find where you're hurt and get you stabilized. I turn to get some alcohol and bandages off the table, and he suddenly reaches out and grabs my wrist. Hard. I turn back, startled. He's stronger than he looks, even in this condition.
Don't leave. Please. Don't leave me alone. Don't let me die.
I look at him in shock. It's the strangest thing. This man was barely conscious a few seconds ago, but not now. Now he's alert and focused. His gaze is piercing. It's like he can see right through me. I take a step back and firmly remove his hand, meeting his gaze. Sir, you'll be fine. I'm right here. I won't leave you. Let me give you something for the pain, and then I can examine you. I need to see where you're injured. He sits silently for what feels like an eternity, and then slumps on his back. I reach out to stop his head from hitting the table, but I'm too slow.
Ow, bloody hell!
He winces and cries out in pain at the impact. He gasps and grabs his head, writhing in agony, and turns to look at me. He opens his mouth to speak, but I don't hear what he's saying. I don't hear anything. All I can do is stare at his hair. Even caked in blood, he's still got that marvelous hair, with one perfectly curly lock right on his forehead. I turn away to leave the room, but I can't move. I can't even breathe. I just stand there in disbelief. And once it sinks in, I feel my smile return. Slowly, much bigger than before. After all this time, it's happening. It's finally here. He's finally here. And vengeance shall be mine. I turn and go back to the table for a closer look. Yep, it's him. I'm sorry, sir. I need to turn you on your side. Just a little longer. I'm almost done. I know it's uncomfortable. Sorry about that. I've seen worse. He's got a few broken ribs, and there may be some internal bleeding. Pobrecito. I'll need to put him under if I'm going to examine him any further.
Please, miss. It hurts. Something. A pill. For the pain.
For the pain? I thought you'd never ask.
Please? Miss?
Hold still now. You'll just feel a little pinch.
A pinch?
Yes, just a quick one. This will help you much faster than a pill. You'll feel it right away.
No, I don't want that. No needles. I don't like needles.
There. See? All done. Relax now. You'll feel better before you know it. Painkillers, muscle relaxers, both. Who cares? He'll be out cold in no time, but I'll have to hurry if I want to get him in bed before he fades out. Let him rest while he recovers. I want him fully healed for what I have in mind. I lean over and speak in his ear. I need to move you over into the bed. Just put your arms around my shoulders so I can lift you. He weakly obeys. That's new. But the weight of his chest against mine pushes the brooch into my skin again. That heat hits again, like lightning. It pulses through me, spreading the anger across my body and into my limbs. I feel my fingers curl, and for a moment I pull him against me, sinking my fingers into his ribs. I let go. Oh no. I'm so sorry. That was so careless of me. Are you okay? He's not okay. And I'm not sorry. I want to hurt him. It's what he deserves. It's not easy, but after a few more tries, I managed to get him into bed. Torso first, then legs. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay, let's try again. I know it hurts, yes, just hold on. Okay, almost done. You're doing great. No. Don't go to sleep. Not yet. Stay with me. I've got your legs. Good. All done. Once he's settled, it's not long before the medication takes hold and he starts nodding off.
Thank you, miss, for all your help. I can't.
Shh, please. You need your strength. Now, rest. The exhaustion takes over, and finally, he closes his eyes and drifts off. I stay by his side, playing with my brooch, until I'm confident that he's out for the night. His brow slowly unfurrows, and I see the pain fade from his face. He seems so peaceful, almost innocent. Not a care in the world. Disgusting. I get to work, hooking him up to the machines to monitor his vital signs, making sure his breathing is stabilized and all that. I even give him an IV with something to keep him hydrated, and another line to dull the pain. I take my time, humming an old tune while I remove his socks and cover him with a thick blanket. I take a second to clean the blood off his face and out of his hair. I even make sure to keep that little ringlet in the front, just how he likes it. Not because I care. God, no. Everything I do is just to keep him going. I need him alive. We have unfinished business. A few days later, and nothing. I can see the setting sun through the bay windows in the corridor. My night shift is just beginning. I've been monitoring him, of course, but there's no change. I'm sitting at the reception desk, fingering the brooch on my collar, trying to think. Something is off here. He should be awake by now. Huh. Am I keeping his dosage too high?
Hello?
His voice is sharp, cutting right through the silence. It's so sudden, I actually jump. Well, finally. He'd been out so long, I thought I might have lost him. That would be a pity. Imagine waiting all this time for nothing. The nerve.
Where am I? What am I doing here?
No chance. I get up from the desk and walk straight to his room to have a look, hearing the complaints as I pass.
Nurse, what is that? Quiet over there. I can't sleep. Who's making all that noise? We're supposed to be resting in here.
Where is this? Hello?
Sir, please. You're disturbing the other patients. I need you to calm down. He turns to me, eyes wide with panic, then sighs with relief.
Oh, miss. It's you. You're here. I'm so sorry. I was having a nightmare and I woke up here. I don't know where I am. I remember you, but it's all a blur. Wait. There was a crash, right? I was in an accident. A bad one.
Yes, I found you outside. You have some injuries, but it'll be okay.
How long was I asleep?
A few days. I was worried, honestly. It was touch and go for a while. I didn't think you'd make it. But you did. Of course you did. Because you're a fighter, aren't you? He looks at me, confused.
Yes. I think I am?
Oh, you don't have to think. We both know you are.
I'm sorry? I don't understand. Your voice. Do I know you?
Better than you think. Cabrón.
And my family? Someone called them? Are they on their way?
I didn't know who to call. You didn't have any identification on you, and I had to get you inside. You know, I haven't been able to examine you today. Let me take a look while we have time.
Okay. Someone needs to call my family. They must be
all done there.
Sick.
Your vitals are good and you're breathing fine.
Looking for me.
I'll see how your rib bandages are doing in a bit. They might need to be changed. Let me see if the one on your head is all right. I lean over him and pretend to look, just to see if there's been any bleeding. Right away, my eyes go straight to that little curl, popping out right on top. Even a head injury can't keep the damn thing tucked away, huh?
Honestly, I don't even know how you got me in here. It must have taken everything you had to...
To what, sir? I stand up, confused, just in time to see the blood draining from his face. He's staring intently at something. At me. His mouth hanging open in shock. His lips are quivering, trying desperately to find words. What is it? What happened? He looks up and our eyes meet for a split second before he looks down again. What the hell is he so fixated on? I step back, following his gaze, and there it is, right on my collar. The brooch. Shit. No, it's not time for this yet. I turn to leave, but his hand catches my wrist and he yanks me back to his side. He grabs my shoulders with his other arm and pulls me to him face to face. He looks furious. His face so twisted with anger it's almost distorted.
Who are you? What are you doing with this?
Go to hell. He takes a fistful of my blouse, trying to tear off the brooch, but I grab his arm and sink my teeth into it.
Fuck!
I pull back, hard, but he won't let go. I yank again, lose my balance and fall backwards, the momentum sending us both to the floor. During the scuffle, the brooch must have come undone. When we land, the impact sends it sliding towards the door. It's hard to see in the evening light, but we struggle on the ground, desperately trying to get to it first. For a second, both our fingers touch the brooch. And that's when the voices begin. Then he gets the upper hand, pins me down, and yells again.
Who the hell are you? Tell me, what is your name?
I manage to get a hand free and punch him right in his bruised ribs. He screams in pain and doubles over, letting me wiggle out of his grasp. I reach for the brooch, but he lunges and lands on my back. I grab it right before his hand closes on top of mine. The sun is going down when our fingers entwine, and the voices have a story to tell.
Granada, August 1936. It felt good, just for a moment, to pretend like everything was normal.
Another glass of wine?
It was not normal, though. The city of Granada had just fallen to Franco's nationalist forces the month before. Yet here Carla was, sitting on a wooden bench in her kitchen between her two friends, drinking wine like nothing had happened, like their lives weren't in danger.
I'd be delighted to have some more. I don't mind if I do.
Carla wasn't her real name, but her friends didn't know that. She did it to protect them, because Carla was a spy. For the other side, for the Republican forces. The man on her left, Adolfo, brushed her leg with his hand under the table.
Oh, stop.
Adolfo never said much about his childhood, although the way he delicately sipped his wine glass in perfect Castilian diction made her suspect breeding finer than her own. He spoke in his gravelly voice while pushing the curled lock of blonde hair from his forehead.
Oh, pardon me. Did I touch your leg?
Oh, I'm sure it was an accident, Adolfo.
The man to her right rolled his eyes. Federico García Lorca. He unfastened the top button on his brown linen shirt and fanned his chest against the summer air, then touched his broad forehead under his slicked-back black hair.
You two, you make me ill.
She may not have known much about Adolfo, but she did know about Federico. He was a bit of a celebrity after joining forces with the 1927 generation and making a name for himself as a poet. He had even traveled. He unraveled a paper from his pocket and spoke to Carla and Adolfo.
I wrote this poem in New York. Then I realized I had been murdered. They looked for me in cafes, cemeteries, and churches, but they did not find me. They never found me? No, they never found me.
Carla's eyes found his as she spoke, with feeling.
What does it mean?
Do you ever feel that you write something, but you won't know why until later? Until something happens?
Carla did know that feeling. She had written something once, when she was only 10 years old. After reading the verse in the Bible,
"Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord."
She didn't know why, but she felt compelled to scribble after it.
"And mine, saith Carla."
The old priest, the one with rings on his wandering fingers and eyes that stared too long at her hemline, had caught her.
You wicked child, desecrating the holy text. Blasphemy. What's a girl like you doing reading and writing anyway? You'll never be a proper wife or mother.
And he had struck her.
Ow!
Carla bit her tongue so hard that blood spurted inside her mouth. She wanted, oh how she wanted, to hit him back. But as she savored the blood in her mouth, her fingers tingled. Something inside her told her to bide her time. That somehow, things would work out. When the war started, Carla had donated her meager savings from her job rolling cigarettes in the tobacco factory to the Republican cause. And then she joined as a spy. When they hung the priest from a tree and she fired her rifle into his already suffocated body, his blood spattered her dark blue cotton blouse. Not just her fingers tingled, her entire body vibrated. And then she understood why she had written what she had written.
"And mine, saith Carla."
If you wait long enough, revenge had a way of making things work out. Ever since then, vengeance had been her driving force. The nationalists may have taken Granada, but the war wasn't over. She would keep fighting. There was still Madrid and the north. As long as she thirsted for revenge, everything would work out. And so, Carla told no one her real name. It's easier to exact revenge from anonymity. Federico, on the other hand, was a bit too well known. Yes, Federico was famous. Too famous, in fact. Franco's forces didn't like a man who wrote poems like his. A man like him. She spoke to him.
Federico, you know you really should leave.
Carla, you know why I can't do that. Not without him, anyway.
She took a sip of her wine.
Don't be foolish!
Carla's words were interrupted by a fit of coughing. She brought her white handkerchief to her lips to cover her mouth. Federico stared at her for a moment. He opened his mouth as if to say something, but then stood.
In fact, I need to meet him now. I'll see you two later.
Federico pushed his chair out and walked through the door into the hot Andalusian night.
Be careful, the streets aren't safe.
Taking advantage of the fact that they had been left alone, Adolfo brushed her leg again. This time, very clearly intentionally.
Carla, I must leave as well. But first,
He pulled out a small blue velvet pouch.
I brought you a present.
The bag felt heavy. Carla opened the drawstring, and a golden brooch, inlaid with red rubies, spilled into her hand.
Adolfo, I can't accept this.
Carla was concerned that she was leading Adolfo on. He was certainly handsome, and their flirting was a fun game, but she knew they could never be together. Not really. He didn't even know her real name, for God's sake. But he insisted.
Shh. I want you to have it. Here.
And Adolfo pinned the brooch to the breast of her blue cotton blouse.
Keep it safe.
He stood and also walked out the door. Carla picked up their glasses of wine, then decided to step outside for some fresh air herself. The dry dust particles sank into her nose as she took in a deep breath of the August night. Gunpowder still wafted through the air, particles of rubble. So much for fresh air. The only good smell was the dried blood. It made her fingers tingle. Psst. Carla jumped, her muscles tensed, until she saw him emerge from the shadows.
Federico, what are you still doing here?
Pressed against the dark wall, Federico pointed at the street corner. There were two men under the street lamp, dressed in puffy hats with visors, dark green wool jackets with straps and breast pockets, baggy pants tucked into their knee-high leather boots. Soldiers. Nationalist, Francoist soldiers.
I saw them when I walked outside. I've been waiting for them to leave.
Adolfo just left. Do you think they saw him?
He must have given them the slip.
Federico, you need to leave. It's not safe here.
I can't leave without Rafael. You know that.
Oh, Federico.
Rafael Rodriguez Rapun, the man Federico loved. Federico would never leave without him. But suddenly, an idea occurred to her.
Federico, when you do leave with him, take this with you.
She unpinned the golden brooch with red rubies from her blue cotton blouse and pressed it into his hand.
Carla, I can't take this.
I'm not the one who needs to leave, and you'll need the money.
She looked toward the corner under the street lamp and saw that the soldiers were moving.
Go. Now.
Federico pocketed the brooch and kissed her on the cheek.
Thank you.
And then he slunk into the night. Carla coughed into her handkerchief again when she opened her door. Once inside her kitchen, she opened it in the candlelight. There were specks of blood on the white fabric. The two soldiers who were under the street lamp turned the corner and saw Adolfo, his back to them. One of the men shouted, "Halt!" Adolfo jumped. Then he laughed.
For Christ's sake, you frightened me.
The two soldiers laughed with him. Juan Luis Tres Castro and Ramon Ruiz Alonso.
Alfredo, I'm not sure how cut out you are for this kind of work.
Hush. My name is Adolfo.
Oh, come off it. You take yourself too seriously.
Adolfo, or Alfredo, may not have known Carla's real name, but she didn't know his either. And for the very same reason, he was also a spy for the other side.
I'm serious enough to do the work for which you hired me. And on that note, Federico the Ferry is still in town. But I suspect he won't be for long.
Disgusting red faggot poet. Adolfo, it's time to move. Because we also have new intelligence. Carla is working for the Republican forces.
Adolfo jerked his head up.
What? No, that can't be true.
She was the one who shot the priest back in Albaicin. Our men are sure.
Adolfo stared at the ground, grinding his teeth. Then he looked back up.
That bitch.
We'll do it tomorrow.
The next day, Carla, Federico, and Adolfo were together again. Adolfo seemed to be in a good mood.
Here's an idea. Why don't we go on an excursion? A picnic in the countryside. Leave Granada for a day.
That's not safe.
I know a place. And I have a car.
Where?
It's a surprise.
Adolfo drove them down the dirt road, away from the war-torn city, toward the empty fields. He tried to dodge the potholes, but every so often his wheels caught one. The lock of blonde hair on his forehead bounced.
Adolfo, where are we going?
Carla coughed into her handkerchief.
I told you. It's a surprise.
When he finally pulled the car off to the side of the road, Carla and Federico weren't quite sure what to say as they opened the door.
Adolfo, it's just dirt and a few thirsty trees here.
And so it was. Just a dried-out barley field and 2 dehydrated olive trees.
Adolfo?
Adolfo?
No sooner had Carla and Federico stepped outside than the volley of bullets began. They were coming from behind the dried-out trees beyond. In the chaos, Adolfo had disappeared. The first bullet hit Federico in the back. The second one in the shoulder. 2 more in each leg. He crumpled to the ground, and Carla rushed to his side.
Federico!
Carla, take it back.
He pressed his bloody hand to hers. Inside was the golden brooch with the red rubies.
No, Federico, I gave it to you. You have to go with Rafael.
I won't be going anywhere. Not now. You go north. To Madrid. There's a place there in the Guadarrama Mountains. A big white rectangle in the pines. They'll take care of you there. Go. Get your strength back to fight and rejoin the resistance.
What's there? Why would I go there, Federico?
Carla, we both know what you have. It's a tuberculosis hospital.
Carla flattened herself against the ground as more shots rang out, playing dead. Pressed against his body, she noticed that Federico had stopped breathing. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw the two soldiers step out from behind the tree in their brimmed hats, puffy coats with breast pockets, baggy trousers tucked into their knee-high leather boots. They were laughing. One of them called out,
Alfredo, we got the bitch in the ferry.
and Adolfo stepped out from behind the tree. He spat on the ground.
I expected it from the inverted freak. But Carla, that whore thought she could double-cross me?
The two soldiers clapped him on the back.
Forget it. She's just a woman. Let's get a drink to celebrate making Spain a better place. We'll come back and bury them later. Find some ditch along the road.
Carla waited for them to disappear, biting her tongue. Adolfo, Alfredo, that son of a bitch. Her tongue bled, and her fingers tingled. Once the coast was clear, she pinned the bloody brooch back onto her blouse and began walking. North. Revenge. She wanted revenge. Everything would work out. It always did. It took her over a month to arrive. One man with a truck had taken pity on her. He drove her over 100 kilometers before he saw her coughing blood.
Hey, get out of my truck! You'll infect me!
She didn't give up hope. She soon found another man who let her ride in his donkey cart. Each bump made her cough some more. Even when she was forced to walk, she still did not give up hope. She just touched the bloody golden brooch with red rubies, and her body tingled. Even while hacking up blood, revenge pushed one foot after another. She just needed to recover from this stupid illness, find the hospital. She would go to Madrid, rejoin the Republicans, find Adolfo, and make him pay. It would all work out. At one point, her white handkerchief was so soaked in blood that she decided to toss it aside. After passing the city of Madrid, she began to climb the mountain. When her feet faltered, she knelt on the ground, took a breath, spat some blood, and stood again. In the distance, in the pass between two peaks, she saw a white rectangular building among the pines. The hospital. She was saved. But when she reached the building, the black iron gate was locked. She rattled the chain.
Hello?
She kicked the metal gate.
Hello?
It's closed.
Carla turned around and saw a shirtless man in wool trousers, chewing on a stalk of wheat.
What?
The consumption hospital. It's closed. They closed it when the war broke out. I'm sorry.
As the man walked away, Carla sank to her knees and began to cough again. Specks of blood. Then rivulets. Then white matter. Was that her lung? She collapsed to the ground. She wasn't tingling. She wasn't vibrating. The blood did nothing. And for the first time, Carla thought, everything won't be fine. She tried to reach out, to grasp her thirst for revenge, but it slipped from her body. She died right there in front of the sanatorium, clutching the golden brooch with the red rubies pinned to her blue cotton blouse. Oh, Carla, ye of little faith. Her thirst for revenge was not gone. It had only slipped over to the other side. Carla was trapped in the sanatorium. Ghosts can't leave their place of death. But she saw many things as she haunted the empty halls of the hospital. The fall of Republican Madrid from the bay windows in the empty, echoing corridor. The rise of Francoism from the patient room filled with rubble. The construction of the lonely two-lane Guadarrama highway in front of the Iron Gate. The advent of democracy in Spain as the building fell further into disrepair. But she was not concerned, for her thirst for revenge flowed through her transparent body, around the abandoned halls, through the rooms, wafting over the roof, around the overgrown gardens. She knew if she waited long enough, it would all be fine. She would have her revenge. So she waited and waited and waited. Then, in 1986, it finally happened. She saw a 75-year-old man wreck his car on a curve in the two-lane highway, right in front of the building. A man with a curly lock of hair against his forehead. No longer blonde, but now white. Still, that same curly lock of hair. Alfredo.
Sanatorium in Guadarrama Mountains, 1986.
Who the hell are you? Tell me, what is your name?
I'm holding the brooch in my own hand now, the pin sticking straight out in my fist. Alfredo is lying on the floor holding his ribs. Well, Alfredo, you knew me as Carla, but my real name is Helena.
Wait, what are you doing?
He can't get up. Shh. Stop whining. Dying isn't so bad. I plunged the pin right into his throat. I've been dead since 1936.
Then I realized I had been murdered. They looked for me in cafes, cemeteries, and churches, but they did not find me. They never found me? No, they never found me.
We never found you, Federico. But I did avenge you.
Hola, Samuel here. Spain still has one of the largest number of citizens in unidentified mass graves of any country in the world. Many executed victims were buried in unmarked pits, so they would never be found. Federico García Lorca is one of these victims. As of today, the location of his remains is still unknown. Lorca was a famed member of the 1927 generation, a collection of avant-garde poets. An international success, his leftist leanings and homosexuality made him a target of the conservative Francoist regime. I'm dropping links in the show notes to his biography and English translations of his work, both beautiful and heartbreaking to read. I'm also providing the location for the sanatorium that inspired this story. The original structure was closed during the Civil War, then demolished. A newer, larger one was built in 1950, but was thankfully never used. It wasn't necessary, thanks to medical developments in the treatment of tuberculosis. You can still see this abandoned structure today, with its fence, overgrown grounds, punched-out windows, and graffiti. It's made for a horror story. set in the middle of nowhere. A disclaimer. There's great uncertainty, even today, regarding the circumstances of Lorca's death. Some say he was buried with other victims, and there's no definitive proof as to the identity of his executioners. As such, certain details have been fictionalized for dramatic purposes. The Voices told this story as a concept, in honor of Lorca's legacy, not as a hard and fast historical recounting. Special thanks to Simon Jones for the original theme music. I'm Samuel Mattern, and I created and produced this podcast. Khephra C. White is the voice of Helena and co-writer on this episode. You can check out her other work as writer, actress, and comedian on Instagram at Dark Roast. That's DARQUEROAST. And remember to check out Spanish Sundown on Facebook and Instagram for images of Lorca and original footage taken on-site at the Sanatorium while I was recording the sound effects. Just search for @Spanish Sundown. You've also got a link in the show notes to vote Spanish Sundown for the Audience Choice Award and the UK International Audio Drama Festival. This is one of the best ways you can support me and help keep the show running. It would really mean a lot. So please vote. Until night falls and the Voices speak again, thank you for listening to Spanish Sundown.